No, I'm not getting Chinese parts. No. Most of the ones they're partnered with, Flauta, are not going to be as good as this one I'm going to, because it's a Corvette. Like the one that is partnered, one of them, like I know a guy that works there, and he's like, I probably want to bring it here. We never work on these, whatever. Yeah, low key maybe. No, I'm just driving my Altima now. Honestly, yeah, phone would that have been way worse. That would have been horrible, man. Dude, today's gonna be trash. Ugh. So obviously, none of us traded you. Um, this is just something you should tape read just for more screen time experience. But the stop the break even would technically be here. I'll get it on like a paper trade, I guess, just to show you one contract. Or I guess that's fine too. For anyone who hasn't heard my spiel on Forex, basically Forex is trash. Don't trade it. NQ is way cleaner, and Forex is trash times two. That's why I do not trade Forex. It's just garbage. If you're new here, you probably need to hear me say that. This would be a long setup if you're bullish. I don't even know what the bias is, but this would be a long setup. You target these equal highs and then target this high as well. I'm going to get into both sides if they play out just for a tape reading. Oh, it looks good already. Bro, why can't I trade this? Oh, So there's a long and a short now. So I'll just take both and see whatever works. Mm, mm, mm. They're both 1.89R. So if one of them hit, it would still be profitable. Dude, NQ is gonna be so trash today. Same with EU. Same with everything. Everything's gonna be trash today. I wish I traded Asia. Why do you think it's garbage? It just is garbage. I've traded it long enough to know it's NQ is 10 times, 100 times cleaner. The second we open, I think this is gonna be trash, but we'll see. Well, yeah, do not trade Asia, but if we have read further news or Iran news, then yes, Asia trading is fine. It's like Monday. It's like when you're trying to trade normal day. You want there to be read further news to trade. And when we get that big news about like Iran and everything yesterday, like that just makes it so like this volatile, good volume, you know. What's my bias? My bias is gonna depend on this. If we get along, I'll like it would be a good long setup. If we violate it, then probably a good short. Okay, so there's a low. Again, makes sense for a low like that to hit because, again, IRL to ERL, ERL to IRL. Dude, yesterday's bootcamp video was such a good video. Who watched it? I basically show like that trading is not all about strategy, and I could literally go back to using like indicators and be profitable. There's only 380 people in here today. That means that they all know prices are gonna be trash. So this is where I look for some sort of long setup. Now, if we got momentum through this, yeah, it's kind of close to open. But I think, like tape reading wise, I think we'd pump. Dude, I was watching that Lewis guy yesterday, and dude, I don't like the like I low key want to rate him more and more every day. Just like, it's so annoying. Ugh. Dude, the annoying thing is like that Lewis, like he copies everything I say. Like, oh, here's my 80% win rate strategy. I said the same thing, and you guys get the business. Obviously, that attracts people. It makes you earn more money, whatever. He bought a Rolex out of nowhere. He clearly uses Discord subscriptions. He can't trade. He doesn't show live executions. He doesn't show anything. He doesn't show payouts. He's probably a horrible trader. I would love to I would love to have a trading competition versus him. See if he can actually trade, which I know he can't. and he just bought a Rolex of Discord subscriptions, and there's probably 200, 300 people who watch his streams every day that ideally should be in mind that he basically stole from me from his dumbass marketing that makes him look like a scammer, but people don't know any better. So stupid. Someone said they joined his stream, and he said like he doesn't even take out the setups, and like he's not. He's like there's like a disconnect in what he's saying and stuff, and like I don't know. Someone told me some really fishy things about him on stream. Just some dude who copies all my stuff. No, go to Reels, Amy. No, his Discord is everything is the same. His Discord is $100 a month. He copied my disclaimer. Everything is the same. So obviously that 1 minute wasn't inversed. Just some dude who stole my train content. Don't worry about it. I've had people join his streams just to see how they were, and they said they were terrible compared to mine. So like he doesn't like teach stuff. He just like and then half the inverse for value gaps. He's like doesn't. He says, "Oh, this is good." Like he won't execute on the screen. Like he just does none of that shit. All right, low key, pretty bullish reaction, and it's important to understand where we reacted from. We reacted from this 2 minute fair value gap. So because we reacted from here, if we hold it and then obviously break like this and this momentum, like a birth candle, so something like this, I think this would be a really good long. Obviously, you need to be like a birth candle. Obviously, it's the opposite of a death candle. So also he's like a pattern trader. He doesn't understand the market. He only trades patterns. Yeah, it's exactly, Daniel. Honestly, like this is a B. This is like a B plus setup. I would say this inverse here, but again, there's no way I'm taking it. I mean, Asia moved 350 points. I don't care what setup I call what today. There's no way I'm taking anything. I mean, I'm expecting today's price action to be complete garbage. Like this is a B plus setup right here, and then I even think this would be an A setup if we broke this with momentum. But it's just Asia literally moved 350 points. If you get wrecked, you're gonna regret it. I think like if you're in demo, I think it's fine to take, but like not even eval, not even funded, not anything. Like, and I don't say don't trade an eval a lot. I mean, it's just I really don't think today is gonna be that good. Stop loss will be closed below, obviously. And the reason why I'm saying like this is a B plus setup and not saying to wait for this external fair value gap is because where we're delivering from. Does that make sense? Like this is a setup that you could see work because of we're delivering from here from discount. We swept this low. Like it's almost like a late soup, and we should obviously see this inverse as well, but we don't know when. But again, even though the pattern might look good, is the market gonna be good? No, the market's gonna be garbage. And I already said that in a time trade. It's just gonna be complete garbage. So it would have failed, and I would have taken the loss, but I didn't because I know that this market's gonna be trash this morning. So see how I avoid a loss like this? I don't take it because I know Asia moved 50 million points. What's the point of taking something like this? Nothing. So it just goes to show why like understanding the market as a whole is just so important, because imagine I woke up and I just didn't look at Asia, or I didn't know Asia moved all this. Like I would be trading right now, but I know Asia moved. There's no point in trading. Maybe like maybe during like the macro times. We'll see how the macro times look, but like just there's no point in trading right now. Yes, it's likely when Asia moves 350 points. Like this fails just because Asia moves 350 points. We didn't really break this. You're gonna get this chop most likely. Well, I mean, other than that, there's a lot of different reasons. Like sometimes an inverse fails immediately is if we're holding another higher time frame PD rate that's really holding price down. Um, I mean, another one is if we have equal highs or equal lows above, and maybe you don't see them or something. So big move in Asia just makes AM trash because that's just how the market works. Don't ask me why. It's something I learned from ICT. It's something I learned from screen time. Just know that's how it works. Honestly, PM session will probably be better, but we'll see. Wait, how do you know, Jins? You pay for stuff? Why? Oh, it's a free week? Bro, we can low-key go rate. How many people are in the stream right now? Only 100? Oh, nah, it's not worth it. I wonder where all this. I thought you had more paid members than that. Well, I don't want to get too unprofessional on stream, but it almost feels like on a day where you know price is gonna be bad, it's almost like you should wait for one inverse to work, and then be like, okay, now maybe I can take an inverse because this is a good setup. And you don't want to take the first inverse. So I believe this is bearish for now because clearly cut through this, no bullish reaction, intermediate term low right here. And then the next thing we'll watch is how we react to this. Yeah, it was pretty nice. Leo, and thank you. Dude, Lewis just said he wants to open a prop firm with me. He's a businessman, not a trader. No, Paul, it's not smart to take trades. I'm telling you. So let's recap to see what we've seen so far. So far we've seen one failed inverse. Out of a higher time frame PD array. Now, it could make sense this failed because it was holding this. And other than that, we've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, well, about 3 major gaps so far. So it's not terrible price action, but it's just not good yet. You'll know when it's good. This is not good yet. There's not really any inverse to take this back up unless you take this, I guess. But maybe this is the birth candle. I'll paper trade this one. I just want to make sure this is broken as well, though. That 1 minute wasn't closed above right here. And this is, I don't even know if I should paper trade because I don't want to influence anyone. This is going to be garbage. Also, the other thing I kind of noticed is we failed to hit this low. That's kind of garbage. So there's the trade right there. So you got a little birth candle right here. Again, not going to be good enough to take on a real account or anything. I'm not even taking this on anything. But just as a tape read, we got a little birth candle here. Violated 2 fair value gaps. There's no other fair value gap above. And we kind of got like decent LRLR above, I suppose. I mean, doesn't look terrible, but it's not the cleanest. It's not terrible though. I mean, we have some equal highs as well, so if you kind of take a closer look, we got equal highs here. Got equal highs here. Now, why is this technically a bad trade? It has nothing to do with IFEG. Yeah, there's no news, but there's one other thing, like technical. Yeah, we never really took this low. We got really close, and that's just not something you want to see. So it's just not a signature in price I prefer. Maybe there's an SMT, but this low I definitely would have wanted to be taken, which it was not. So not really as good of a trade as it could be, if that makes sense. So if we hit this high, I'll move south to break even. Yeah, that's basically the reasoning, Evo. Okay, so there's the break even. Obviously. I mean, it was a lot, but I would have wanted this low to be taken for sure. And it just wasn't. So again, not really like an ideal signature in price you want to see. Definitely very bearish reaction to this for real gap. When you see us wick up over this, but it's a big wick and there's a fair bit I get to left, which is very bearish. The only way we'd accelerate here is if we close above this, which I still think this is going to be an important gap, which is why I still have drawn. And the only reason I think that is because you rejected it like 30 million times. If the low is taken, probably an A+ setup, but it wasn't. Also, like, it's just sloppy delivery because the 5-minute closes under everything, but then closes back above. So it's just not, like, you can see it's bad price action. Like, we're closing under then above things. Like, we close under this 2-minute, but then back above. Like, it's just not as clean as it could be. No. So there's the first target. Then stop with the other one would be a break even. And then the second target would be these equal highs. So it'd be about 60 points. Now what I'm going to draw here is I'm going to draw this for rally gap. This would be your next deciding factor and maybe kind of help us see like, okay, is this trade going to work out? Whatever. Yeah, I have no FOMO either. Serious, I literally do not care right now. I've had a good week. There's literally there shouldn't be any FOMO here. So obviously still no body close above this. Again, it's very, very bearish reaction here. You can clearly see the body instantly respected. We wick over, but the market kind of fails to go higher there. So this is just like a death candle short right here. And also you can see that 30-second held as well. Now we could get another long because we kind of did leave these equal highs resting here. So could definitely get another long here. Maybe we take out this low finally, then get a long. We'll see. No, I don't, Paul. I don't really journal my trades anymore. I used to. I don't think we're gonna get a 2-minute inverse here. We'll see. I think like a god candle over like this would be not a terrible long, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get that. I think the most A+ setup we could get here is if we came down, hit this low again, and then got another inverse setup. Because again, it just goes back to this low is almost swept. It wasn't. It usually is gonna come back down and sweep something like this, which is why this wasn't really a great setup right here. Now you can see this work, but it's just nothing I would have taken. I mean, and maybe you guys had different rules. Maybe you guys would take a setup like this. I'm just saying what I would do. You know. Yeah, I'm paper trading. I really don't need the trade today since I took that nice win yesterday. If it was a valid trade for you, then that's fine for you. Good trade. So we violated kind of everything in its way. I'm assuming we're gonna go back down and hit this low. No. This is one of those fair value gaps where like you ever hear people say like, oh, we should bounce a discount. There's a certain point where you get way too far in discount to where like, or even past zero. Let's see if we're past the 0.79. Are we? Yeah, we kind of even close past the 0.79. There's like a certain point where we'll get way too low in discount where it's like, okay, we're probably not going to bounce anymore. It's kind of like that if we go below that 0.79 range. So we're kind of just really low in discount right now. I'm assuming this is probably going to be inversed. Obviously, there's no confirmation yet, but it's just something that you typically might see, especially with this low just sitting here. So you should just dump here. There's kind of mini LRLR here too as well. So slow should definitely be hit. Okay, so there it is. So again, that's just kind of a easy prediction. Like we're just so far in discount. This is probably going to inverse anyways. This is a low that should have been hit. Now imagine if we took this long setup and then we never hit the take profit and then we dumped this low. Well, then would you have regretted it? Yeah, you would have. But you can see we finally hit that low. So maybe we could get like an A plus setup now. No, KG, that was a special. Did anyone soup this low? I feel like that would have been a fine soup just because no news, range day, equal lows, maybe liquidity above. Nice. Now, like for soup to stay alive, you obviously want to see this inversed here, um, which I think it definitely is a good possibility because, and it's not, again, I'm not watching the market in terms of a pattern right now. I'm watching the market in terms of there's barely any displacement here. This looked like a soup. Now where should the market go? External to internal. Where's internal liquidity? Back up these equal highs. So I'm really watching the market in terms of liquidity here. So that's like the number one thing you guys should take away from this. Like anything I teach, watch the market in terms of liquidity, not inverse fair value gaps. So you got a 3-minute BPR here. This would technically be the first scale spot of the soup because, like, what if you're wrong? But if this is inverse, you're in the clear. You're way higher. Again, BPR is the strongest PD array in the market. So when this breaks, it's a good sign. You're bullish. This is definitely a signature. So you're probably wondering, like, will this be a good inverse? It's a signature and price I don't like. Why is that? Why is it a signature and price I don't like to long if we get it? Now, we did sweep the lows here. It's mainly because, like, this wick is giant and there's no break even target until we hit the high of this wick, which is not guaranteed at all. Does that make sense? Like, this is just a gigantic wick. It's very bearish. And there's no guarantee if we do break this that we're going to hit that break even. I've seen, like, there's better setups than this one. I'm telling you. So now since we've opened, we've gone from doing this. So definitely a lot of seek and destroy profile here. If I imagine I just turned off, is there any way I could turn off the candlesticks? How do I turn off the candlesticks? Look at this. This is what we're kind of seeing. Does this look fun to trade? Nope. Two-minute stills unbroken. Now, maybe if we got like a 2-minute OB or something, that would be better, but still does not look enticing. Just goes back to, like, there's not really good internal target, if that makes sense. The internal target would be here. Like, I am very tempted to take this because of the equal highs, but I don't think I'm going to. Because I did say if we hit this low and got an A+ setup, it would be good. But I don't like how there's no internal target. It just sucks because you wouldn't move south of break even till here, and you don't know if it would be a free trade. So I'm just going to tape read this one. You can. So you can move south to break even at 50% of the wick. That's fine. Knowing that, like, if we hit that 50%, we should just accelerate to the equal highs. To me, this is not a market maker sell model yet because this displacement right here below this low was just not. This is just very bullish. Whenever you see something like this, you don't really want to short, especially for a rally gap like this. You do not want to short this because we already swept the low. We already are coming off of this bullish gap here. Just not something you'd short. I wonder if the 100, like, there was like 560 people in here Wednesday. I wonder if they I wonder if they're not here because the price action, or it's kind of weird. I'm assuming it's just because of Asia and everything, but no, there wasn't 600 here earlier. So this fair value gap is being rejected. Again, not a fair value gap you'd short. If you short something like this, you have no idea what you're doing. Still looks very seek and destroy. Again, we know this is not gonna be good price action. Chiz, there's a no, there was not. Dude, what in the world, Sale? Also, there's a 3-minute gap here too. So 3-minute, 2-minute. Now, if we like come down here and deliver off of literally the middle of nowhere, that's just another sign of bad price action. If we're ever delivering off like the middle of nowhere. Yeah, Paul, that's what the best thing to do is. Yes, no, Mio, 100%. Now they're taking many for now. But then if we had so many candles that didn't break it and then we broke it, then I think it'd be better. You know? We checked the hourly. We did close under the hourly. Interesting. So the only thing that sucks about the hourly is it's still technically a V-shaped recovery, and we're still delivering off of a weekly OB and weekly fair value gap. It's just it's tough to short here. You gotta realize, like, look, we're coming off of a weekly, right? This is a weekly. I mean, it's just not somewhere you'd short, and that's just basic ICT knowledge. I mean, I'm kind of long biased too because the equal highs above, but when did I unlock profitability? After about 3 years, maybe 2.5. Oh yeah, 4 hour for Valley Gap too. This is a BPR, so I'll keep that around as well. No, I don't watch anyone's ICT content except if someone asks me to like hear their thoughts. And never stop learning when you're profitable is not really good advice. So just trash conditions. We already knew this was going to happen. So yeah, and still just complete garbage. We all knew this was going to happen though, right? Yeah, I would get another. I always have two accounts, like two prop firm accounts, because then like you can unlike the funded, you could wait for one setup a day, take good setups, but on an eval you can kind of mess around, take more setups, and that's how you're gonna become more profitable. No, OPEX does not usually lead the choppiness. OPEX is usually volatile, but again, we're not volatile here because of what happened. There's a nice 30-second gap here. I think if this was broken momentum, I think this would be an A setup. Obviously not in the current market conditions, but I think this would be a bad setup if we got momentum through it. No, I still risk consistently, Paul, or I try to. I did actually. I will size down sometimes on B setups. I take that back. I'll go like 60, 70% size on. Mm-mm. So obviously that 30 second is not going to be inversed. Still just complete garbage. Yanni, yes. Yes, I would. Or yes, I would, Laurel. Watch this 3 minute fair value gap here. And 5 minute. It's pretty obvious. If we close below this, I'm guessing we'll go for the BPR. This is just trash. Okay, so we're closing under this, so we should go for this low. This is like the given low we should 100% hit, which also lines up with the BPR. Again, not something I'd short. Risk rewards is bad. 5 minutes still is not closed under either yet, so. Some people, like, what they'll do is they won't even take a setup unless we tap the 4-hour BPR, which is smart, but. Alright, so 5 minute did not close it below yet. So now this is going to be the time frame I watch. And then if we close below that, I'll guarantee you we'll go here. Again, it's not like a good setup or anything, but it's just tape reading. Now, if we get a long off this, that wouldn't be bad. But again, it would be better if we tap the 4-hour BPR. Again, nothing that I'm saying really matters. Like, nothing matters. This price action is terrible. You wouldn't trade it. And like I said, nothing matters that I'm saying really. It's just all tape reading. So, has no effect on me and not taking anything. Because Asia moved about 400 points, and we have no news today. That's why I'm guessing there's not really there's usually 100 more people on stream, but no one joined because the conditions. Okay, so 5 minutes gonna close below, which again means we're gonna go to this low. It's pretty obvious. There it is. And now we've tapped the 4-hour BPR, so we'll just kind of watch for the reaction here, I guess. So I'm going to show you what happens when you blindly long a 4-hour BPR with no setup without waiting for a second setup. So a second setup would be something like getting this out of the 4-hour BPR. And longing blindly would be just saying, oh, we're in a 4-hour BPR. I'm going to try to long here. So this is what I used to do. I used to be like, oh, here's a 4-hour BPR. I'm just gonna long in it, and it did. It had like a 40% win rate. But if we get the 5-minute IVG, that would be your setup, not just longing blindly in this. Now, this might not even be closed as a fair value gap. Damn. So it's not going to turn into one. Yeah, I guess. Let me see what your chart looks like. Some of your chart. So unfortunately, that 5-minute gap was closed. Kind of sucks because I can't really show you what I'm trying to do now. I was hoping that 5-minute would form and then I could average up, but that's not going to happen. Got a 30-second BPR here. Bearish until this breaks. Not breaking this is not bullish at all. Ugh. Could get a manipulation leg if we violated this. I'd expect a manipulation leg down and then maybe up, but I'm really hoping this kind of dumps through because I want you guys to see what happens when you just long blindly and don't know what you're doing. Again, you always pair zone with a bigger or lower time frame market structure. So this is our zone. We do not long the zone until we get another zone or another market structure or something like that. When you long the zone, you're going to lose. Okay, I'm telling you that right now. So hopefully this does fail. So far, it's kind of reacting really nicely, which I do not want. Damn it. No, no, no. I'm talking about this is a fair value up in the 4-hour. Again, this is bearish, factually speaking, until this breaks. So this break of this fair value gap did give us our manipulation leg, but we don't really know if it's going to be manipulation unless we kind of break this. Honestly, Payne, the 30-second has been hitting lately. I'm not going to lie. All right, please dump. Really hope this fails. Imagine buying off of I don't even know why I used to do this, but you're buying off of a 17,408. You're buying off a 30-point zone. It's a random 4-hour BPR. I don't know why I used to long this. I don't know. There's no point. So far, good sign. This is failing exactly as I wanted. You can see what happens when you just blindly long this and you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, that was valid K trades. And boom. So do you guys see what happens when you just randomly see a 4-hour BPR and I'm going to slap along here? So do you see how the difference in both times I said I'm this is factually bearish. This is not bullish. It's bearish here. It's bearish here because of BPR, and it's bearish here because of bearish fair value gap. It is not bullish until we break either of these. But did any of these break? No. So just because we're in a 4-hour BPR does not mean we're bullish. So does everyone understand the lesson of today? Same thing with this. This is very bearish until this breaks. This is like logically I cannot say this is bullish here. No, BPR is balanced price range. It's literally the same thing. This is bearish. Okay, this is a short. Until this breaks. Is it a BPR even though we did not? Yes, it is still a BPR. For the most part, KG I did, yeah. Now, if we inverse this, that'll be a different story. That'll be like, okay, if we inverse this, that would be very bullish because it's a bearish for value gap. If we think the bias is bearish, well, then this should be respected, and this should at least bring us up to here. And then if we inverse this, you get the idea. So just all tape reading here. Okay, so now we inverse it. So now you could be like, okay, maybe we are bullish now, and maybe you could take a long, whatever. But again, it's obviously not a good setup because you know why we shouldn't be trading today. But again, on any normal day, you'd be like, okay, well, we inverse this. Maybe this is on a 1 minute. Maybe this is on the 5 minute. Maybe this is on a 15 minute. This could be like a 15-minute chart. Just forget the time frames here for a second. This could literally be a 15-minute chart. You see, oh, we're in a 4-hour BPR. Maybe you went a little below it, but maybe this could be a wick. So I would take the setup, whatever. Okay, it's just that's the setup you want to take. Now, obviously, you should not be trading today. Very clear about that. And yeah, but that's kind of the point that I was trying to come across. I'm literally just trying to make up stuff, really. I literally have no idea what to say. It's hard to do a stream when you know you're not going to take a trade. So I decided to make up a bunch of shit. No trading today because there's a 350-point Asia move, and we don't trade after that. That's just horrible. Not going to trade after a 400-point Asia move. There's just no way in hell. Literally, like, I literally don't know what to say. Like, it's so hard to teach these streams. There's no point in being on here. There's no point in me streaming today. Ugh. Close up shop, bro. Shop should not have opened today. No, I have class later, and I have a tennis match. How many people are red on the day and they've taken a trade in their live account? Type 1. Okay, JR Will, you're bad. Nangi, you're bad. What? Can you please tell me why I did that? Patek, what the hell are you doing? Okay, you took a stupid ass long setup. Why? Just why? Please tell me why. Mm, mm. Tell me why. Dun, 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 dun. Nice, good. Now I'm glad you got wiped out because that's how you learn. Okay, fine. Well, that's fine. Now, how many type 1 if you haven't taken a trade today and you weren't really expecting to because you know Asia moved 50, 100 points? Good. Do you hear any FOMO in my voice right now? Like, am I like, or do I just sound like bored and I'm not taking a trade and was tape reading? Like, how do I sound? Yeah, I just sound bored because I knew this is not going to be a good price action. I mean, there's really just nothing we can do. Tell me why. Duh. No, Asia did not give us. There's no good short setup here. There's like barely any gaps being created. I mean, just like the 3-minute chart, there's not a single gap. In the 5-minute chart, there's not a single gap. Every single gap is being closed. Also, look at this 5-minute. We literally close under this, and then we close back above, and then we close back under. This is just ass price action. We know what good price action looks like. This is just not it. When you see a lack of all these gaps, it's bad price action. All right, can this low hit already, please? The 942 IFG, let me check. I mean, yeah, that worked, but I wouldn't have taken it because we had these relative equal lows. Ugh. I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Tell me why I never. This could definitely be a soup. We're gonna paper trade this. I think this would be a good soup. So the reason why I think this would be good soup is because we just kind of hit that 50% level, which lines up with liquidity here. And I know it's not really a gap or anything, but like to me, we should at least retrace and fill some sort of gap up here, which would allow me to move south to break even, if that makes sense. So I think it's like a good try for a soup. Or if we like break this, I'll move south to break even. So already an instant 20 points off that soup. And we got a 2-minute for everybody like up here. So I'm going to move south to break even here. Now, what's the difference? Why could I blindly buy here but not blindly buy in this 4-hour BPR? Like, why did I say this was a good trade but not the 4-hour BPR one? Because this one actually hit discount of the range, and we hit like a bunch of equal lows, and like, I don't know, screen time, I guess. I just figured this would be a good soup. It's all liquidity, I'm telling you. You're gonna get a bunch of dumbass people trying to buy in this 4-hour BPR. It's not gonna work. And then that's why we get soup down here. And I'll do target here, which will be about 50 points. So now I feel safe with a stop at break even because we obviously have this 1 minute gap and we don't want to break it. So instant 50 points right there. Again, that was a second play. I guess you can consider that my second alert because I said it was going to be good soup. Obviously, this was just an educational. I told you he was going to fail alert, but again, good soup there, 50 points. Again, that's just like a screen time thing, like ERL to IRL, you know. And top tick the sell. Hit your break even. Well, hit your break even because you don't know how to trade. Because why didn't you skip? Why didn't you sell here? Hey man, I'm just being honest. I want you guys to get good, not average. You guys are gonna be demons in a year. Omar, I'm gonna make you into a freaking demon, dude. You're gonna outtrade every single person. Oh, okay. Well, tell me that. Oh, okay. That's fine then. It all depends on circumstance. Remember, that's like one of my biggest things I say. It depends on circumstance. Honestly, like SMT the lows. Is anyone in chat like how the hell does he know that's gonna be soup? Like, is anyone just like thinking that? Did I take Romeo's course? Maybe. The stop loss on the soup is like a death candle, basically. Someone said, just lost this trade on eval. Anything you dislike about this trade? I'm gonna say, yeah, Asia moved 350 points. No, don't trade. I have zero FOMO right now. Zero FOMO. And no, I'm not paper trading short this inverse. It's not a good short. I'm not gonna take something on paper that's not good unless I take it and say I hope it fails or something. I guess, but by that time you're too late, out of options. What was the dumbest thing I've ever done in my trading career? Oh my god, I don't even know. Probably blow an account when I was $5 away from passing it. How did that happen? Well, emotions. And I take a loss. I'm like, fuck that. I was just $5 away. I tried full point getting it back, and then I lost more. It sounds silly, but why isn't this a good inverse of the downside, even though it might work? Yeah, way too low. We want to short in a premium. We want to see, we're short. We want to see something like this to short. Not shorting down right next to the low. Okay. Where's Medite open? What do you think about? I think afternoon PA may be good. Yeah, I'm assuming it will. Hopefully. Damn, that prediction played out perfectly. No, I'm just kidding. Totally thought we were gonna hit lower day there. Do I have permission to get off stream yet? Let's do a little survey feedback form. How do we feel about a stream on a day like today? I'm just curious. So look what you would have gotten for shorting a fair value got this low. Now, we've seen this work before, right? We've seen this work before, and then everyone's like, oh, why don't I take that? This is why. All right, everyone go fill out the form, please. Imagine this plays out perfectly. Oh, you can't open it? 1 second. Try this. Oh, never mind. All right, now try it. Sorry. No, just footprints. I think it was an SMT. I don't know. Let's check. Yeah, it was an SMT. Damn. What makes an SMT an SMT? Well, when one sweeps and one doesn't. All right, let's go over the responses. 1, 1, 4, 15, 21. Cool. Yeah, me too, man. But I need to graduate first. Also, a lot of people can't join. A lot of people really can't join the PM. Like half the people like only come for AM. So I'd obviously have to do both. Too sleepy all the time, low vibes. Well, I'm low vibes today because I'm trying not to, like, if I'm high vibes, you're gonna impulse into something. I know it. Like, someone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, Dodgy sounds really excited about this setup. I'm gonna impulse into this," and then they're gonna get fucking destroyed. Trading is boring, dude. Like, trading is boring. It's not supposed to be fun. I make it fun sometimes, but it's boring. Especially being profitable, like it's just boring because you have to wait and not trade and because you're my sunshine. The flame of life has gone out of you. No, it's not the flame of life. It's just ass price action. Got approved for the 20 pay payout. Nice, man. That's more than me. I learned a lot from your experiences. Yeah, no problem. Thank you. I'm glad. See that. So I'm glad I did that lesson. That's a good lesson. All right. So I'm glad that helped someone. Even when price is bad and you know it's bad, keep it positive, professional. Give your commentary about not trading bad PA in a positive light. Okay. No, that's good advice. Blue 2 counts because your signals. No, for real. This is very educational as always, even when there's bad PA. Yeah, I agree. I mean, because like again, the most important part of trading is saving capital for the good days, the clean market maker models, the clean IFG setups. And we got a 350 point move yesterday. I mean, I just wasn't expecting anything good today. So, yeah, the why is what helped me trade or become profitable. I never knew why things worked the way they did, so I kind of like making sure you guys know that. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's a good joke. Good joke. Hey, the long setup worked. So the long worked on EU and the short failed, but it's still profitable because this was still 1.89. This was still about a 2. So I'm currently up 0.89R on the day in EU. Let's go. Easy. Oh, we got the birth candle on CL through this. But I would have liked the lower one. So you kind of, it's another common sense candle right there. Okay, we'll call it the God candle. No, I don't. No. The girth candle. Yeah, get that out of here. So I think that's gonna be it for the stream. Um, no, you don't have to pay more if I do PM. So really, textbook day. Said price action was be bad. I think this was pretty bad. 2 for 2 on demo, 1 for 1 in showing you guys why you don't buy in a random 4-hour BPR. And yeah. So I'll be a lot more lively at some point, but not on a day like today when my car is freaking getting fixed and we get price action like this. Now I am green in the week, so I'm good. Yesterday and Tuesday's play was pretty good, so no executions today, obviously. So all right, who blew their account today? Did anyone? Okay, dirty pause. How did you blow your account? There should be 0 people that blew their account today. 0. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, did anyone legit blow their account today? Nice gov. Nice gov. Okay, so it seems like no one blew their account. So good job. That's what I like to hear. All right, we gotta make an Instagram video. So today we took 0 trades as expected because Asia moved damn like 400 points. So type 1 if you never took a trade and you learned a lot today and you learned why not to trade, and yeah. Awesome. This is not some fake fear shit. We actually trade in here. That's kind of funny though because we didn't trade today, but that's how you become profitable. So well done. My little soldiers. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are all my family. All right, that was the video. All right, before I get off, everyone cancel your limit orders, cancel your orders, and yeah, cancel everything. Do we have any birthdays in here today? If so, happy birthday, everyone. Joe, is it your birthday? Deb, it's your birthday? Yo, what's up, Steve? That's very nice, Jerome. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear everyone. Happy birthday to you. My car is being handled, yes. Hopefully. All right, goodbye. I'll see you guys later. I graduate in about a week or two, so expect some more. Like I'm gonna do like a Google Doc on, so maybe private classes we could do if anyone needs like to work on anything. But I will see you guys later.